Now, alright guys, welcome properly to Scratch. Now we are starting afresh. Now, what is the first thing we are going to? We're starting at the code section here. And that is where we are starting afresh. And the first thing we are starting with is the motion code. And what does the motion means? Motion simply means movement. Movement in any direction. Either you are lying down, moving forward, but it simply means moving. You must simply be moving in a particular direction, either clockwise or clockwise, or forward or backward, downward or upward, or you are turning in a particular degree. Like you have seen, we have move 10 steps, turn 15 degrees, that is clockwise and anti-clockwise, go to random position, that is any position on this particular main stage here. Do you understand? And one thing about motion is motion function cannot work by itself. That is, if you bring it, and now you bring your code to this main editor here, which is the middle panel. You basically click and drag and drop it here. That is, you click and hold it on your mouse and drag and drop. So I only need one. So let me return the rest. So even if I want to drag 20, I'll just be clicking and dragging, but I don't need it. So we are just making, we need to make use of one. So this one, and now so the only thing you can do it for you to see that okay, your sprite is moving is what you click on this, and you see it's moving forward little by little, moving forward 10 steps, and that is the 10 steps. If you can basically decrease it to 2, and by the time you click it, can you see it's moving slowly. If you change it to 100 steps, let me see, can you see so fast and almost out of the main stage here. But nevertheless, this is not where you are going to make your car to move, because the motion code is not the initiator of a program. Think of initiator as a car key. Take for instance, you cannot move a car forward without the key. You have to have the key to open the door first and put it inside the ignition, that is where the key supposed to be, to kick and start the car before you start moving forward. That's the way also the program works in Scratch too. And what do I mean by the initiator? That is the start of the program, is this particular flag, and the flag is no other way than the event. So the event serves as the function that helps you to start your program, your code, which means without this your code cannot work effectively. So you need any of these, either of all these, depending on the use for it. And the first one is when flag is clicked. So don't forget, the events tab, it is your initiator of your program. It is the start of a program, so you need it to make your code works perfectly. That's why this function is there. Go. Can you see it's going? So but let's reduce it back to 10, which is the default. Then bring it back to this place. So go. Even though I said the when flag displays is the first function, you can also add another initiator, and go click on motion tab again, or motion code, to bring anyone. Let's say go to random. You see, is this one space key pressed? Which of the space are they talking about? The space bar key on your keyboard. But it's not just the space bar key you can press on your keyboard. By the time you click this small arrow that you have here, it basically means you have different functions, different keys: up arrow, down arrow, right arrow, left arrow, any arrow, A, B, C, D to Z, then 1, 2, 3, and including 0 to. Do you understand? So you can choose any one. I don't want the space key. I always want the right arrow key. Why? Because the sprite is facing the forward direction. So I'll click and put it here, then press the forward key on my keyboard. Can you see it jump into different position without me pressing this? So it means it's only jumping to different position because I said go to random position. But if I change the option, like I said, this small rectangle white icon dot here is representing different things. Can you see random position and mouse pointer? If I change it and click here, can you see this is where my mouse is? So let me put this mouse cursor here and press the right key. It will jump to where the mouse is. If I place it back here again and press it, it will jump to where the mouse is. So it means you can write different multiple codes on the code editor with different initiator, with different ones. You can bring the third one and the fourth one, but it is not advisable like that. And also you can duplicate your code, that is, you right click on this code and duplicate and drop it here without actually bringing it with After Effects. So you can do it this way to duplicate and drop, but nevertheless it's not advisable like that. So let's return everything except what the main initiator like that. So that's all for now for the motion, and then I'll see you at the next lecture. Thanks for watching.